Welcome back to Midday. We're talking about the first ever youth homelessness count, which is taking place in Kamloops beginning next week. We're joined by Catherine McParland, the Youth Homelessness Manager for Interior Community Services, and we have JP Baker joining us as well from the Homeless Action Plan here in Kamloops. Thanks for being here, you guys. This is a really important topic to talk about. I think it's an ongoing issue, of course, homelessness, but younger people, more and more younger people really just sort of sleeping outdoors or couch surfing. Tell us a little bit about this count. Like, what is this really going to mean for us?
So the count is the first one in Canada, so there's a lot of eyes across the nation looking at how we implement. The traditional point-in-time count measures youth that are on the street experiencing absolute homelessness. This count will allow us to connect with those youth experiencing hidden homelessness. Okay. For example, the young mom with 3 children that has nowhere to go, the young girl that's fleeing an abusive relationship and on her friend's couch, the youth that has family conflict that's at home and when things escalate is on the streets and then returns home. So a lot of the problem is hidden.
Yeah, and it's more prevalent than we think, I assume, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just from the Homeless Action Plan point of view, I mean, this is something you guys work on, I'm sure, feverishly.
It is, and monitoring the sort of the issue is really important. So we need to not only count how many people there are. I mean, we call it a count, but it's more than that. It's quite a big survey. And so we're trying to figure out, you know, why people are homeless, who exactly is homeless, because we want to sort of target our interventions, obviously, do what we can to prevent homelessness, and also sort of measure our effectiveness. So this is something, you know, you do from time to time, every year or every 2 years. And hopefully what you see is the numbers changing.
Why has this never been done before, though? I mean, is it only now that we're really seeing a lot more younger people outdoors or couch surfing or whatnot?
I think there's a growing recognition of the uniqueness of youth homelessness and a requirement to have a different approach when identifying these youth. For example, we'll be doing a service inventory from October 13th to 21st.
Right.
So 40 different organizations will integrate the survey into their daily practice. So it'll be very difficult for a youth to be in our community and not be asked to share their voice in this important issue.
Will it be hard to get an absolute accurate number? Is this sort of just going to be, you know, an approximate or a ballpark just to give everybody an idea of how many youth are out there?
It will measure the minimal number of youth experiencing homelessness.
And I think that's the same for any sort of homeless count, right? There's always more than what you're counting, but
And just for context too, we do our homeless counts in Kamloops. We've done them before, but not one specifically for youth. So you're right, though, it is hard to capture everything. And we call it a point-in-time count because you're basically going out and trying to figure out what's the minimum number on this day. Because the fact is, people kind of move in and out of homeless situations, right? And so it's hard to get a sense of, you know, how many have experienced homelessness in a given year.
Catherine, maybe you can explain, when is this? So it's running over a course of a few days, because of course you can't do this all in just a few hours, right? So tell us a little bit about those details.
So on Thursday, October 13th, we've partnered with the City of Kamloops to conduct the point-in-time count. So we'll get the number of youth that are on the street or in the shelter system. Throughout the week, the service inventory will be completed, as well as a survey will go out to the school district to 4 schools. We're putting on magnet events, which will encourage youth that are experiencing homelessness to come out and share their voice. The first one will be Wednesday, October 19th at Interior Community Services Youth Street Outreach. We'll be having a Subway luncheon, and that will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 400 Seymour.
Okay.
On Thursday, October 20th, we'll have an event called Crash at the Club in partnership with White Buffalo Society and Boys and Girls Club. And this is an opportunity for any youth experiencing homelessness to come in, have a safe place to sleep that night, and to share their voice and be a part of the change.
And make sure that they know that they are recognized, that people do care, right? It's not, you know, we're not ignoring the issue. So this is a great thing that you guys are doing, and I like how Kamloops is the first one.
It's quite exciting, actually. Yeah. So the whole country is sort of watching, in a way, how things roll out here.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've been sort of recognized for doing some other things in homelessness, quite sort of ahead of our time in some ways, or for our community size. So it's great.
All right. Well, thanks you guys for joining us
Thank you,
and telling us the details, and we look forward to hearing the results and then sort of seeing where we can go from there. So interiorcommunityservices.bc.ca for more information, and of course this count starting, or at least taking place over a course of a few days starting next week. We'll be right back after a break. Stay with us.